Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Cynthia Okoroji, aka Mom Influencer. Yeah, welcome to my channel. To the new people who are just seeing me for the first time, and for my old subscribers, welcome back. Today I will be telling my experience on my postpartum journey. This is like 4 months now of my postpartum, and I must tell you, it has not been easy. It has not been easy, but thank God, by God's grace, we've been pushing through, and here I am today. I want to talk to you about my experience, share my experience so far with you guys. You see, this thing called motherhood, nothing ever prepares you fully for it, honestly, because I am one person that thought I was fully prepared for this journey called motherhood. Yes, because of my past experiences of taking care of my nieces, my nephews. Practically, I was doing omogo for my sister-in-laws there. Like the last, my nephew, I was practically bathing him, sleeping with him, feeding him, all those stuffs. So it was like, I'm ready for this task. What is there? I can do it. But that was different. Yes, it was really different because I could bathe him, I could bottle feed him, But when it comes to the attention that the mother would give him, he might be crying with me when he's with me, and if he cries too much, I'll just take him to his mother. Take your baby. But this time around, no one is taking anybody anywhere. He's my baby. If he cries, I am the one that will still carry him. But that notwithstanding, we thank God, so far so good. God is helping me, but I must tell you, it has not been easy. And before I go further, I want to give kudos to all mothers, especially the mothers in diaspora, like mothers living abroad who do not have anybody to help them take care of the baby during their postpartum stages. Is really crazy. Like how do you survive it? Like, it's just God's grace. It's just God's grace, because there's this saying in layback Nigerian language that who no go no no. Seriously, if you've not experienced anything, don't say otherwise, or don't try to downplay it, because once you experience it, that is when you can be able to say anything. But once you've not experienced it, trust me, I think you should just let anything you're hearing from somebody be. Just let it go. So I came from Nigeria. As I said, immediately I got pregnant. If anyone would tell me that I will be someone who will have my baby and there will be nobody around to help to carry my baby, to do omugo and all that, it will be very, very, it's something I would never believe. But life happens. We just have this mentality of, let me get pregnant, give birth, take stuff with my baby, blah 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 blah. But when reality hits you, honestly, you will not remember all those things you were saying before. And I'm someone who coming from a family where we gather for each other. What I mean by that is, if you give birth in my family, everybody will be there for you. You're in the hospital, they practically send us out, like go, because of the whole family member that will be gathered there to be with you, and all that. So that's how it has been with all the birth of my nieces and nephews. The whole family is gathered. Nobody feels lonely. No thoughts of having postpartum depression because the house is fully loaded with people, as in coming, going, and keeping you company, as in taking your mind off whatever it is you've been through. But in my own case, it was different because fortunately, yeah, it's fortunately, I relocated to Italy to be with my husband. Yes, with the hope that okay, my mom will come around, but due to one thing or the other beyond our control, she couldn't come. At first I was scared of how I was going to navigate it, being alone here without no friend, no family, it's just I and my husband. But I was like, okay, we'll do it, let me try. Yes, I know it's not going to be easy, but I don't have a choice. I need to do this. I have to do it. So now, after when I gave birth, if you've seen my last video on how my labor induction and all, I had episiotomy. And during my pregnancy, I had this pregnancy-induced high blood pressure that didn't even stop after giving birth. For some reasons I don't know, it was still fluctuating. BP was not going down, it was going up and coming down. So I wasn't still getting myself very well. So when I was discharged from the hospital, I came back home. But my husband could not take he wasn't granted any holiday like leave. He wasn't granted leave, and if he was gonna take any leave at all, it would be a leave without pay. And living abroad, every kobo counts. So it was practically, he would do what he could do before going to work, but there's nothing like you having somebody there to help you carry the baby when you're not strong enough, help you do one or two things that are necessary. But it was a roller coaster, honestly, because the truth of the matter is, if my husband leaves for work, I'll be left alone with the baby. I was having the pain from the stitches I had. My blood pressure was fluctuating, going up and down. I couldn't eat very well. In fact, my whole body was a mess. Like my whole system was a mess. And I had a child beside me who depends solely on me for everything he needs. It was crazy. I never foresaw myself in such a situation. It was, at that point, it was as if everything I thought I knew disappeared, because at that point I was anxious, I was confused. Mind you, the weather here is winter. Imagine a new mom with this new kind of weather. Okay, in Nigeria our weather is far different from this one. I was confused. I don't even know how to cover my baby. If you cover the baby so much, they say it's too much, the baby will suffocate. If you don't cover very well, it will be the baby will be feeling cold. The weather is so cold. I, the mother, is not still used to this weather. I'm very cold, so I was using the measure of the cold I was feeling to cover up the baby. So it was a confusing situation altogether for me. Then talking about the what's the name? The umbilical cord. Back then in Africa, I know when you give birth, all the babysitting and all that I did not do that part of taking care of the umbilical cord. There was always my mom there, or my mom-in-law. My sister-in-law's mom, that was always there taking care of that one. So I didn't really put much attention. I just knew that they always clean it with spirit and all that till the thing falls, or till the cord falls off, and all, and press with hot water and all that. Coming here, there was nothing like that. I couldn't do that because I don't know where to get spirit from. My husband was constantly going to work from morning till evening. I can't, in fact, it was terrible. It was really terrible because I didn't know where to start from. I didn't know what to do when the about the umbilical cord. Thank God, not too long from when we came back from the hospital, the cord fell off. It fell off and I saw the thing very wide open with blood inside. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I now called my husband. I said, see what has happened. This thing has fallen off. Call the doctor. They now called the doctor and the doctor now asked us to get a spray. That was my first time of seeing the spray. You say you spray the thing inside the navel. It will close. That was what I was doing. My mom was calling me constantly to ask me how I was coping and all. They would be telling me, put hot water in the navel and all that. Yes, I would do it, but I was scared not to overdo it or not to put so much of hot water, or maybe the hot water I'm putting is not hot enough. So all those kind of things, because I wasn't even getting myself to start with. I was going through serious pain with the stitches I got. So what are we talking about the night time? The night time. Yes, my husband is back. He will come back and cook and help in the little way he can, But yes, I was doing exclusive. So I will try and explain. Then my breast milk was not even flowing very well. I had to use, because after I gave birth, I wasn't with my baby for like 2 days because of the baby was in the nursery. So I was recovering from the stitches and my blood pressure was being controlled. So I wasn't with my baby. So there was no time for my baby to even latch. So the breast milk wasn't coming there. Not until I came back home and used this breast pump. It was a breast pump that I used that helped to even bring out a little bit of breast milk that my baby could take, With that, we'll sleep, the baby will wake up and cry, I'll wake up and breastfeed. Sometimes I wake up, my head will be as if it wants to explode because of the hot and you can imagine someone having high blood pressure kind of thing. You're not having enough rest, and my husband will have to sleep. He wakes up with me to carry the baby sometimes, but I feel for him because he'll be going to work 6:30. He's out of the house. So from that 6:30 to the evening time when he'll come back, I'm alone with the baby. I will have to bathe the baby. I will have to bathe myself. Guys, it was crazy for me. It wasn't funny at all. So this motherhood thing is sometimes underrated. Yes, because once you become a mother, you really understand the pain. There's no part of motherhood that is easy. The truth of the matter is, from the day you bring forth, your life changes. You are there to see to the baby's feeding. You are there to bathe the baby. What about when the baby is sick? I remember when my baby was having this normal tummy pain, I would see my baby cringing and squeezing and crying, being this uncomfortable. At that point, I'll be confused. Yeah, I'll carry the baby to hold him to make him feel comfortable and all that. But I was confused on what to do, what not to do, and all that. Even if my mom was calling me back to back from on the phone, it wasn't easy for me. It's not like when someone is here to help you, to guide you. The anxiety not to make mistakes, the confusion of the weather. Am I covering the baby very well? Is the baby cold? All those kind of things, it drives me crazy. Sometimes I just sit down and cry. Just how I escaped depression, only God knows. Because honestly speaking, with what I was going through that time, in fact, it was crazy for me. But thank God I managed. God helped me to navigate through the stages. Yes, even as we are still 4 months postpartum now, there are still more challenges coming up, but thank God, so far so good. We're taking it one step at a time. So it's not easy in any way. Motherhood is not for the weak, trust me. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. If you see any woman going through depression, you can't just imagine what she has been through. Because at some point I didn't know myself anymore. You see, how I escaped depression, only God knows. Because honestly speaking, with what I was going through that time, in fact, it was crazy for me. But thank God I managed. God helped me to navigate through the stages. Yes, even as we are still 4 months postpartum now, there are still more challenges coming up, but thank God, so far so good. We're taking it one step at a time. So it's not easy in any way. Motherhood is not for the weak, trust me. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. If you see any woman going through depression, you can't just imagine what she has been through. Because at some point I didn't know myself anymore. It was as if I wasn't myself anymore. I was just floating, basically. I was floating. How I was managing to do whatever I was doing, taking care of the baby, honestly, I can't explain. I can just say it's God, because trust me, there was a point that if I wanted to even pick up the baby, my mind would tell me, once you pick up this baby, you'll fall down. And somehow, I would just take a deep breath, hold on for some minutes before I pick up the baby. Now, going through that pain of episiotomy, I cannot sit down to even bathe the baby. And knowing how tiny and slippery the baby can be, imagine the baby squeezing, and what if it falls from my hand? The fear and the anxiety was so much that it's crazy. It's crazy, honestly. It really affected me. Everything was practically annoying me. Honestly, I said it before and I'm saying it again, how I escaped depression was just God's grace. Because coming from where I was coming from, this was a whole new ball game for me. I never envisioned or imagined that I'll be all alone, lost on what to do after giving birth or going through all of this alone. Like, I never foresaw it. So it was not an easy one. As it is now, we're still moving one step at a time, taking one day at a time, and seeing God is helping us, and we're seeing how we can continue to navigate through it until we pass this stage. I know this too will pass. this too shall pass. I just want to commend and hail all the women who are going through this alone, especially those who have lost their mom. I can imagine how you're feeling, not having your mom to help you and all. But I even have my mom alive and she couldn't come around to help me. I know what I felt. I know how it affected me. So I want to just give kudos to all those mothers out there. Yes, every mother deserves her flower, and I give you your flowers. But the women, the mothers that are far away from home, far away from the family and loved ones, like in my case here, I didn't have no friend, no family member. I don't understand the language. It was just I, my God, and my husband. Nobody was here to help me, but God helped me. So this is my journey so far. As we progress one at a time, I'll be coming up to be sharing my story with you guys. So I want to know in the comment section your own experience, how you navigated through this journey of motherhood, because I'm a first-time mom, so this is my first experience of motherhood. So let's know in the comment section how you navigated through your postpartum stages. So if you're in it right now, how are you doing? We will make it. It's not easy, but God will help us. So my baby is crying now. I need to cut this video right now. So see you guys in my next video. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.